to focus on the speaker. Speaker can't deliver and deliver pizza. So I think our lawyers did a very good job, and credit to them. Conspiracy streets, streets. So kudos to our lawyers, and I think also we need just to say, you know what, so the ball is in the court of the in the hands of the court. So we just wait for their deliberations and see what the verdict is going to be. But I see light at the end of the tunnel, and
Right.
as CCC members, we are happy. At least we have got the brains. And I heard people saying that I think it was Z. He was saying that people in CCC had to prove for them to be CCC members. Those guys who were the MPs. What proof do you need when somebody contest party? The moment that somebody steps up and represents that political party, automatically he's the member. What more proof do you want as an MP to be a CCC member? And then they have to prove. What proof do you want?
Right.
Can ZANU-PF be represented by nobody from nowhere? Cannot represent my members. Just like CCC, we are represented by our members. And now the Chabangu's case was for him to, these guys have ceased to be members. And that is the main point of the court case. Can he prove it that they've ceased to be members of CCC? Because they were members of CCC. By the mere fact that they represented CCC and they are CCC MPs.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We have a plan. What is your plan, my man?
Uncle Jed, how are you? I'm okay. Just following this interesting case. I think there were a lot of technicalities around the constitutional mandate that places the speaker with what he did. And like somebody else said, I think though it looks a little bit shambolic, but I think it was a master stroke to withdraw the speaker there, because we couldn't tie the speaker, considering that we have not yet proved that Chabangu is not who he says he is. But my submission is, for me, although I'm a student of law, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm a political animal. And I think this battle is won squarely and fairly on the political field. What we just need to do is to destroy Chabangu and whoever is handling him in a political fashion that they would not resurrect again. So two scenarios that we have. We field the same candidates. If whatever law comes says these candidates cannot be fielded as CC with our preferred candidates as independents. That's scenario one. Scenario number two is we don't go in there to field candidates, but we go in there and support ZAPU and trash ZANU-PF to the fact that they will not attempt any such silly shenanigans, because all they want here is to get Mutuli in, to get Modi in, to get Scott in, and to get that Fazi president in. So politically, we've got the clout as opposition to thwart that, and I think eventually, where there are no technicalities, where there are no clauses of constitutional nonsense, is on the political field, and that's where we are best placed to defeat this thing. We can argue here and say, oh, they should have said that, or they should. We all know here, anyone who has common sense will know that there is ZANU-PF kind of rehearsed plan. They have rehearsed it, they have rehashed it. They know that when they go to court, there is technicalities. But let's go back to the political field. We will beat them hands down. Whether we choose to go in again as CCC, whether we choose to go in as independents, or whether we choose to just drop out and support whoever is coming, the opposition has the power. Anyone can argue all those technicalities, but politically we are the animal, we are the beast. we will destroy them in the urban areas.
You will trounce them in the urban areas. Wow. Thank you very much.
I'm
Let's
going
go to
to
the
just
next
ask a
speaker.
question to this guy. 1 minute.
Guys, what are my contributions? My
Can I
questions,
contribute on
please.
just
Madi?
Can I just make a contribution to his statement, this guy?
You want to make a contribution?
Yeah, to the last speaker, and I'll just make a contribution and to what
okay.
he said.
Yeah, I just because I'm seeing time. Sakatagara back and forth, and I just did it out of respect. Kutizo and Wangaka request, and I was not seeing them, so I'm just giving people. So Andina, the time you Kutizo back and forth. So if you want to make a contribution,
I'll be very quick.
All right, okay, please.
Mr. We have a plan. You just brought up two scenarios. Scenario one, field, if you said if you lose, you're going to field independence, the candidates. Or two, and scenario two, you support ZAP. Those plans, they won't work. The first one, if you lose, then the whole brand CCC is gone with Chabango. Similar to what happened to MDCA brand. So if you lose, it's a disaster for CCCC because Chabango would have the power to recall any members. We have the power to the finance that is coming from the government. Okay, that's the end. So the only way forward is negotiation with this guy now and for the future. The only way forward is for negotiations, not only that, and it's for a Congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. Let's go to Black Mamba, please. If you can just be brief in your presentation, and then we go to Sabu Kudobs, and the other one, Mr. Musena. I'll then ask Dr. Tadini, to come through briefly, Jiva and Citizen Z, and then we'll bring it to a close. Let us do that, please.
Hey, Uncle, we don't negotiate with the enemy. Inini, I am for burning down the house and start all over again.
Right.
Kana zanetsa ngati pondore chinichi totangidza panyowani. Because as far as I'm concerned, if Mnangagwa wants a third term, he's going to get it by hook or crook. Whether we like it or not, he's going to get it. Zvaachaita ipapa achangoita takangotarisa, because I've been listening the whole day. Handiti vanhu vari kungotaura zvari kutaura ende tinogona kutaura, but at the end of the day, the bigger picture is ZANU-PF is after 2/3 majority. Chabangu is manna from heaven for ZANU-PF. Whether atumwa neZANU-PF, whether he's doing it in his own capacity, but at the end of the day, ZANU-PF icharova vanhu kusvika vavhotera ZANU-PF, and ZANU-PF is going to get the 2/3 majority. So let's just burn the house and start all over again. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Next speaker, please.
Yeah, many thanks. There's no need of burning your house. Nekuti pa next door paita muroi. No. We don't deal like that. Why should we burn your house? Nekuti tirukuda kubvisa ZANU-PF. Tinongonanga kapane ZANU-PF yacho tobvisa. Ungarambe uchida kuramba uchirwa nechikwambo. I told you before kuti ichi chinongo chikwambo cheZANU. Chinonzi Chabango. But going back to the court case, I think people understand now to say when we are dealing with ZANU-PF, even if they need on balance of probability or reasonable doubt, the measure is ZANU-PF, if we are opposing it, it needed to be a bit more, that degree of probability. It means it needed to be too high. And to prove beyond reasonable doubt that degree of beyond reasonable doubt the measurement inozoapplywa kana uchidhira nezanu pf chinhu chiri chakacapture court system. So decision does not come from the court itself, it comes from the power, from the junta itself, because they will just maybe argue with what would the world say and other things going around. But going to the court case itself, there were issues which we could understand to say panga pakawanda kuvandirana, but pane chinhu one chaprovwa chavangwatadza kuprovha kuti imember yeCCC kana kuti ndi-interim secretary weCCC. There are people who are wanting to say no, even ivo vatadza kumuapprova kuti haasi muCC kana interim secretary, but vakadzingwa vakanga vapinda muparliament as CC or wherever they were being deployed as CC by CC. So it was Chavango himself who needed to just prove to the court that he is CC and he is the interim secretary and he is acting on behalf of the party. But those issues atadza kuzviprova. But tinoziva kuti with ZANU-PF everything is possible. Vanowana ma-loopholes. Pasina ma-loopholes. Vagowana ma-cracks pasina ma-crack. Ndo zvinonetsa kana muchidhila nesystem yakaita seZANU-PF. Asi vanhu musaveuki zvakadaro zvekubva mafunga kuti the solution kudestroya maorganization akaita seCCC. Kwete kudestroya ZANU-PF. Munotongotya kuvhura muromo iwoyo muchiutaura kuti destroya ZANU-PF. Muchauya panapa mozviblema left right and center kuti hapana zvatiri kuita or whatever kana kuwana mumwe kublame, but imwe kuti itewo chakati hamudi zvinotorwadza ende kuramba uchitaura izvozvo kuti pane zvatokwanisa kuitika unopedzisira watobhanwa kupinda kumaspaces because system inotyisa iyoyo kutaura kuti zvakawanda zvatofangwa kuita, asi hai kana zvava kuzoitika hameno ita vachangoendawo pacrossfire tatenda.
All right. Musena, take the mic, please. If you can just be brief in your presentation.
Thank you, Mkoma Jets. Yeah, Zakoma. Yeah, inini I tend to agree kuti apa pambodi kuti timboswere tida kuti tinyengerana naChabangu. But the issue iripo ndeyekuti this case must never had gone to court. These MPs should never have been recalled in the first place. If we were to reverse my goalposts, ZANU-PF, we won't be having a court case in Zimbabwe right now. Zvinokuratidza kuti nyaya iyi ndeyezanu. You remember court zvakada kumboitika zvakadai so kuZANU-PF one time naMugabe ada kutorwa kuendeswa kumakoti kunzi asiri leader haana kuwina zvakanaka kana angari haana kucontesta maprimary and things like that, zvikanzi koti ikamudza kuti enda unoexhauste machannels ekuZANU-PF, munogare pasi mutaurirane ikoko, hatigadzire zvinhu zvemusangano kuno kumakoti. You know, this is the same court which is today attending to an issue internal voluntary organization nevanhu vari kunetsana yakuda kunozvigadzirwe kukoti. The issue vanhu vanotaura kuti maloya haana kungwara, maleaders eCC haana kungwara. The issue ndeyekuti dai izvi zvaChavangu zvisina kuitika, CCC is going to meet another ambush yeZANU-PF. Ari kutouya mamwe maambush mamwe akatowanda, iyoyi ikafela vakaona kuti hazvisi kuita kana kuti SADC yanyanya kuteerera stereki is going to look bad, vanongoti alright chivawinisai but voda kunoseta futi imwe ambush mberi. Haasi kutongopera maambush eZANU-PF, and they will still come, and zvakangofanana nezvaitika muhondo. Smith aenda unobhomba Nyadzonya, unobhomba Tembwe. Zvainzi here mazotadza kuvaridzira, matadza kuprotecta base, maita sei, saka hondo ngaimire. No, Chimurenga, the struggle must continue.
Right. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Right. Let me see, Ndiani. Dr. Nadini, can you be brief, please? Ziva, if you want to be brief as well, and then Citizen Z, and then we'll bring it to a close. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Mkoma. I think Papi was a very good example apa Ian Smith. Ian Smith aitomukira makuseni day and night kuti arida kuwachisa inonzi liberation movement. Saka dai liberation movement yaigara pasi yobva yati angatisazviblame kuti taputidzwa toblame Green inonzi Ian Smith togumira ipapo. We would have never realized independence. So what they used to do is, they would not blame and sit down and say, Ian Smith, akashata fan. They would say, how do we reinforce and how do we protect ourselves from another Chimoyo so that we can actually win the struggle? And I think that's the piece that is missing. We understand that it is ZANU-PF's fault, but it is our responsibility to find means to counter what they are doing. ZANU-PF chingoisa ipana Ian Smith and his boys Raki. Their main objective is to totally obliterate opposition. Do not expect anything different from them. If you understand that, then you will understand that it is your responsibility and my responsibility as opposition to then come up with means to say, how do we defend against the obvious attacks, infiltration, and sabotage that is expected to come from ZANU-PF?
Exactly, Mkoma Chadini. Ndopatinoti mamwe hatizo repeli ese mabhomba acho ese hatizokwanisa kuti ticharepela everything. No matter how much we try, mamwe achahita target, mamwe achatadza. Saka it's not kuti we are not trying. It's not kuti we are not trying, but mamwe mabhomba anosvika.
Right. Yeah, let's finish off, guys. Let's finish off.
It's still our responsibility to put this quantity review. And it's unfortunate that in this case, what would have been a strike would have been to show that Chabangu is not a member. Not to continue asking him to show to prove that he is a member. He's never going to do that. And that has failed also. As it stands with what has been presented, we have fumbled that ball. Hopefully things will change. Like I said before, I hope a judge and a big evidence. But if we're basing on what we all heard, that has not happened. And that's not going to happen. Then to end it, speaker. It's weird how people change positions. Recently, Tahiti speaker is in the wrong, and then they are a problem. No speaker is just a person who just acted on a letter. The same thing that ZANU-PF was saying. Guys, make sense. And you had a space Muchi try to deliberate how the speaker should have at least assessed that letter. But now all of a sudden, because the people that we like have changed position, we then make it seem as if that was the song that we're singing all along. My principles are warped. Right. And as long as we're like that, we're not going to build any strong leadership. Because there are people we like. It's unfortunate.
Right.
I guess we're right. Speaker right.
All right. Okay. Let's go to Ziva. I'm receiving a message that there's an application, a new application at CCC against Chabang. I haven't seen the details of that. It's just a message that it just dropped. So I'm not sure how far true that is, but I'm being told that there's a new High Court application that has been filed against Chabang, a fresh one. So if it is true, I'm not sure what is the significance of that move. what that move actually mean. Right. Ziva.
Yeah, thanks, Angojed. Yeah, I just wanted to maybe rebut what the last speaker was trying to insinuate. I think yeah, changed court from dropping the speaker and the president. That was a legal process. As we supporters, we are changing the position. The speaker akaekta ni tiri kuzviziva kuti speaker ari kutori mugemu racho rese zviri kungozivikanwa nomunhu wese kuti hapana Chabangwa haasi secretary general, even iye speaker anotozviziva. Kwete zvoda kutaura natadini zvokuti vanhu vachinja vakuti what happened in court is just a legal process. What the lawyers chose to do, it was dependent on the chances of winning the case. So that's purely a legal matter. But in the public opinion court, tiri kuzviziva kuti speaker zvese napresident wacho it's same game. Nyaya dziri kutobva kuheadquarters eZANU-PF. Saka izvozvo hatidi kunyeperana kuti wakuda kuinsinuata kuti aiwa vanhu vakuchinja kuti speaker ari ningi. Hapana ambochinja. Tiri kutozviziva kuti speaker akatoacta achitonyatsoziva kuti uyu Chabangu uyu munhu akadai so. And aitozviziva kuti haasi kutombori secretary general. It's known. Saka don't try to confuse us nekuda reason too much. Tiri kuzviziva kuti speaker ari kuside kupi and akamirirani. Tiri kutozviziva.
Right, okay.
I think you might want to say that Urgozizia, because I'm responding to people who spoke here, not necessarily you. So I think you might want to say that you know it. I'm talking to folks that changed their position, who I usually have a discussion with. So I don't think we're over reasoning. It's just simply you who's choosing to limit your reasoning. So
right, guys.
Citizens,
take the mic.
Thank you, Uncle. If CCC has turned around and lost a new court case for Chabang, that's very good. That means now they're actually turning around and checking Chabang's standing. Now, all the things that we've been talking about, that court case is going to turn around and expose that. This one that we just said today, it's not going to do that. But that one that the Uncle Gerard, if they put it on, that one deals with Chabangwe as a member of CCC and as an interim general or interim secretary general. That's what this court case will deal with. And that's a very good one. They should have started with it. Now, to turn around and say the lawyers are the ones that pulled that, I think we'll be jumping into things that are not factual. They were forced to do that by the other team. They had to turn around and do that. It was not their own choice to say, oh, let's put it like this. Then when we get to court, we'll put it. No. They were forced to do it because what they were saying there could not be proven. What they were arguing at, the Constitution is very clear. That's why they quoted the same court cases, Uncle Gerald, that we came here and talked about. The same court cases that turned around and made the Constitutional Court define what that section was. This is why the other team turned around and said to the judges that whatever decision that we can make here cannot turn around and change an act. That is when you are turning around and crossing the boundaries of doctrine of separation. You need to have that.
Right.
So we have to, guys, let's go back and listen to it and then bring the thing from the argument points that Jonathan turned around and put in. If anyone has got Chabang's argument points and the other respondent 1 and 2 and 3, please give it to us. Then we think, because I think that's very interesting. But the rest, people, let's live on the truth. This is the only way to defeat ZANU-PF.
Right. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate, guys. I'm not staying here for long anymore. It is now 6 past, the hour of 8. I've been here from 1 p.m. So I got to go. Thank you very much and good night.